Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your buddy Cold Blooded. I'm in a really good mood right now. This is your Mix-Up Mondays. Wicked, wicked, wicked. There's my mix-up. This is Need for Speed Shift Dose. And on Mix-Up Mondays, I'm basically just going to show you guys a collection of games. It's not just going to be Call of Duty. It's not just going to be Brink. It's going to be all kinds of different games that maybe you guys have forgotten about or haven't played yet. And so basically something that's not mainstream is going to be on Mondays. And so today I'm bringing you guys some Shift 2, and I'm going to be doing some drifting. And right now it's showing the Toyota Supra, which is it's like the best drifting car to use, but that's stupid because this car was made for straight line speed. This was like Toyota's American released version of a Skyline, which you couldn't get unless you had imported. But anyway, I'm actually going to start off with the 240 SX, show you guys what that's all about, and then I'm going to switch over to the Supra and show you guys that one. So I just want to do 2 laps because I don't want it to be too long. So we'll do drift on London Millennium Drift, which is my favorite track because it's real wide. So if for some reason you might mess up a little bit, it's okay. You can react to it, fix what you need to fix, like if you're going too far close to the wall, and that way you don't hit anything. So this is a pretty easy but really fun track, and so I'm just going to be doing a little drifting, showing you guys what's good. I've actually tried recording because I'm doing this live, but I've tried recording like 4 times now, getting interrupted like every time. Dogs barking. It's crazy. But now everything should be under control. Here is the 240 SX, which was basically another generation of the Z car. Now they have the 370 Z. I personally own a 280 ZX, but we'll do a little drifting with this bad boy. And this car is really good if you're drifting at half throttle. If you're just punching the gas, it can get really crazy and really squirrely. And right now I'm actually not even doing it justice at all. I wanted to show you guys this car because this car is maintainable drifting, but most cars in this game really aren't. They're just really too... You can't handle them. Like, the problem that I find a lot is, wow, I don't know what just happened there. It just took off to the right. See what just happened there whenever he just decided to take off to the right for no particular reason. That's what happens with a lot of the cars in this game, is they're not controllable very well. So I'm showing you guys this one because this is my favorite drift car. I always wanted to use a drift car in this game that wasn't used by everybody and their grandmother, which is the Supra, because it's the really easy car to control. You know, like, you don't even have to try hard. You could basically be a toddler or an infant and drift that car all around the track. And I'm not even using a steering wheel or a gas pedal. I'm using the controller. I don't have a steering wheel. I'd like to get one, but I don't really... I mean, I love racing games, but there's not a racing game that comes out all the time that I really just want to spend the $200 to get a racing wheel. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense to me to buy something that expensive for me not to use it that often. That's my whole thought process on it. But I'm drifting this car. I'm actually doing good on this lap. This is not a bad lap, and it's just about over too. And I'm gonna hit that wall. I knew that was coming. Hopefully I could bring you guys some better footage with the next car where I'm not smashing into walls because I'm concentrating on what I'm saying to you guys. Doing it live, it's one of those you kind of have to be able to pay attention, because you have to be able to pay attention to what you're doing, but you also have to pay attention to what you're saying, which kind of can be complicating sometimes, especially when you're really focused on the game. So I'm just trying to, like, split my focus between you and the game itself. So there's the car. I did some little fancy decals on it. I think it looks sweet. Of course I won because it's not too terribly hard to do that. And now I'm going to press continue, and the PlayStation is really good about, I've been pressing the X button for like 15 seconds, and then finally the saving, please do not turn off your system icon pops up. So, but that didn't take too long. Sometimes, most of the time, they take longer than that. I'm looking at, 5 minutes, 18 seconds of recording time right now, so we're going to hop into the Supra. I'm going to change cars. I'm going to run down here to Supra, and then I'm going to play now. And one thing is, like, let's say that you pick you want to drift in a Subaru, which people do. If you guys know Ken Block, or seen anything that Ken Block has done, he does Jim Kahana, which is kind of a thing that he started. And he used to drift a 4-wheel drive Subaru WRX STI, which is the hatchback version of that car. And he just does some really awesome stuff. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you need to go look up Ken Block. You'll find all kinds of stuff. The one where he does one on BBC, which is the British Broadcasting Company, and they have a show called Top Gear, which I'm a very big fan of. And they had Ken Block come on, and he did his little racing around with Captain Slow in the passenger seat, and it was hilarious. That guy looked like he was about to shit himself. But here we are in the Supra, which I think is real lame that this car is the best drifting car in the game, because this car was made for straight-in speed. It wasn't made for drifting. That's not what it was made by Toyota to do. This thing, came from the factory shipping line with a nicely built turbo on it. This thing was just made to go fast. And drifting, you want to go fast, but that's not what it's all about. Drifting is more about sustaining your wheels at a loss of grip, if that makes any kind of sense. So you want your wheels to be spinning all the time so that you don't have traction, but it's not that you don't have you have traction on your front end, you just don't have traction on your rear end, and so it's about controlling that. And I do race in a head cam, which every racing game I've released. I put out some footage of a different game, Hot Pursuit, I think, the new Hot Pursuit. Yeah, that's it. And I raced it in first person as well. This game with the helmet cam, which is what I'm using right now, like he actually looks into a corner, which is really cool. I think that makes really this game one of the best racing games I've ever played in my entire life. The drifting is pretty difficult, but it's a really, really, really good game. Hitting some tires, but didn't hit the wall, so that's good. Come back around here, and I hope you guys are liking what I'm doing right now. I'm using the controller, so that makes it very difficult, but hopefully I can show you guys some drifting skill, and you guys will enjoy that. Running through some more tires, and this game is just about over, so I'm gonna leave you guys with it. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, and this is PS3 Cold Blooded, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Enjoy the last few corners.